Hey everybody, it's Jesse with the Loader Real Estate Group, as you can see here. And today I want to talk to you about trying to sell your house on your own versus using an agent. And more than that, not even necessarily trying to sell your house on your own, but trying to sell your house through a service that quote unquote is commission free. Okay, so here's the real deal on how that works. First of all, I want to start out by saying I don't blame you. Everybody wants the most amount of money. That only makes sense. That's only natural. I sold my own personal house in 2015. I've been through it semi-recently and understand the pain. Look, selling a house isn't fun, right? Buying a house is the fun part. Selling a house quite often is a frustrating, stressful process that, like I said, is not as good as buying. But anyways, you have many options out there to use to help sell a house. And a lot of people will try and go with a service that claims to be commission free. So, but here's how that actually works. Okay, so first of all, you pay them a fee right up front, whether it's sold or not. Now that fee can range in price depending on what level of service you're selecting. Okay, and your listing gets on MLS. But here's the kicker. These companies, I have to be careful. I can't name any companies. Okay, so these companies out there will tell you a lot of times, some of them, that listen, in order to get realtors to come through your door, you're going to want to pay them something, right? Like, I'm not bringing a buyer to your house if I'm not going to get paid. Like, what am I doing this for, right? Like, this is what I do for a living. So they understand that they need to pay a realtor. So a lot of times they will offer, the people who are using these services will offer the same amount of commission as what's quote unquote standard in the area. Okay. And 99% of them, if I go to one of these houses, I know that I'll get paid because I've done so many of them. However, on MLS, there's a couple sections that only realtors can see that the public cannot. One of those is what commission is being offered if you bring a buyer to this house. Okay, and so there is no set in stone standard around the area, although it'd be naive to think there isn't a fairly, standardized amount across the board in the greater Edmonton area. So that amount, let's say there's 10 homes in this neighborhood that are for sale. These 9 homes over here, they're going to offer a set of, this specific amount that's very common. And then this guy over here who's on a service who claims to be commission free, it shows up as they're going to offer 1 penny. It says that right on the sheet. It says $0.01. Even though I know that seller is very likely to pay me the same amount as all those 9 other homes, on MLS it shows up as 1 penny. Okay, and that's every single one of these houses. It's not unique to one particular person. It doesn't matter what they're really willing to offer. On MLS, it shows up as 1 penny. They don't tell the sellers that. They, meaning these companies out there that I'm not naming who claim to be commission free. So what does that do? Well, you got to realize something. Most realtors don't sell any real estate. Okay, the vast majority of our industry sells like anywhere from 6 to 10 houses a year if they're lucky. Okay, the vast majority of our industry is part-timers. So what does that do? A, it gives us a bad name, but that's another topic. But B, if they're only selling 6 homes a year, they're really reliant on each individual commission check. So do you think they're going to be that motivated to go and show a house that's willing to offer them 1 penny? And even if they think they might get paid, they don't really want to fight for their money because that one check is so critical, because they don't get very many of them throughout the year. Okay, and you got to understand, that is the vast majority of realtors in the industry. So the way to get the most amount of money is to get as many people through the door in a short amount of time as possible. And the best way to do that is to expose it to as many people as possible. Exposing it to as many people as possible includes realtors, because realtors have buyers. So you're eliminating a large chunk of buyers by simply trying to save a few $1,000s. And when you really break it down, the average house, you're really only saving about $4,000 to $5,000. And no offense, but I can sell your house for $4,000 or $5,000 more than you can, right? Like, listen, this is something that we do all the time. And even people who move often, they're only going to do this a few times in their life, right? Where that's a weekend, for our team, right? So So, and like I said, that's not, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but that's just the reality of how this works. So if you're considering doing something like that, my suggestion is do it. Try it for 60 days, right? If it's not working, then go to plan B, right? Just be aware of the timing in the market. You want to make sure you're positioned to sell in the best time. So there's a quick little synopsis without naming names because I'm not allowed to. If anybody wants some more information on that, if anybody doesn't believe me, I will show you. I will show you an MLS sheet that shows the 1 penny every single one of these homes. So you're not really putting yourself in the best position to succeed. So there you have it. If you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, now you at least have all the information to make your decision. Have a good day, everybody.